All right, I'm joined with my guests as in plural. I'm joined with Massive Cult, all of them. What's up, everyone?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? Hey, what's up?
How's it going? How's your waning evening going?
It's been pretty chill. Um,
It's raining.
yeah, chill and rainy.
That
We're just
is
kind of all moving slowly.
that is true. It was only a matter of time before we get our glimpse of snow, but I will
Yeah.
I will take some rain over snow any day. Uh,
Oh yeah, definitely seeing
so
the
so
the bright side.
you know, before we go any further, whenever I interview a band or a duo, I like to start things off with a roll call so all the listeners that listen live or those that listen to the replay know who's in the call. So just state your name and where you're and what type of role that you play in the band. Who wants to go first?
I can start off. I'm Tab Cottle. I'm the vocalist.
I'm Nolan Mason. I play guitar.
I'm Billy Duncan, and I play guitar as well.
I'm Andy. I play bass.
Andrew. I play drums.
And that
That's all.
is Massive Cult right there. So for Tab in particular, I've been a fan of her for a couple of years when she was part of a previous band, Church and States. And I've been wanting to interview Tab for quite a while. That was by the time that her Church and States went their separate ways. And then she's part of this band. And then I got a chance to meet y'all in person at Best Friend Bar last year. Um, it was an incredible set. I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed the tunes. Like the
Thank you.
energy and everything. With that being said, how that Massive Cult got together? How did y'all came about?
Well, me and Nolan, one of the guitarists, we've actually been playing together for a good 8 or 9 years now. Our first band was called Madison, and we just kind of just left that band just to do something else, but we always kind of just stuck together over a few years. I think Church and States, Nolan was still with me. We were doing Church and States, and we found Andrew Bouvier, and so he's actually been playing with us since Church and States as well. And Andrew was part of a band called Bad People here in town, and he brought in one of his Bad People mates kind of over to the dark side. And we just decided to, I think Church and States was kind of like a caterpillar, and we just blossomed. We just decided to blossom into something new and kind of just with everybody starting from a fresh start and like a newer, more professional, avenue and band. But yeah, and here we are. We found Andy Hipschman, and I think Andy was a part of a band called Infected before, and he worked with Dream the Electric Sleep. And so yeah, we rounded up Andy, and I guess that's where we are currently at the moment.
That's awesome. So y'all are currently in the process working on some new music. Y'all in the studio, taking some time from your studio session to do this interview. I appreciate that. Um, so as far as the new music that's on the way in 2019, so is this gonna be like an EP or like a full length album? Like what direction are y'all going with this music y'all have on the way?
I think we've been producing our own demo currently, and we really have we've learned a lot about the recording aspect alone, just on our own. But I mean, I think we may release a demo that's self-produced in hopes of maybe landing a producer, finder, and meeting someone, that has some really good chemistry with us, and then pursuing a full length. It's kind of rough. I think we're just kind of evolving as this whole thing goes and learning as we go. So who knows? I think that's kind of like our rough plans.
Okay, that's cool. Well, I'll definitely, anything helps.
Yeah.
The demo is definitely a good way to go. And that what it used to be back in the '90s and '80s. People start off with a demo before taking that next step. So I like that there's some people out there still use the demo aspect.
Yeah.
Just to get things out there. So and I've
I
seen.
think we needed to buy some time with the demo so we could actually, at the same time, I think, playing shows and trying to pursue, playing live concerts at the same time is really helping us evolve these songs. Even, as what they started, they're even changing live, and that's exciting, So I think the demo might buy us some time to really kind of evolve before we get to that full length level.
So I noticed the songs that was on the YouTube. Are those songs gonna be featured on the demo?
Yes, yeah, definitely.
All right. So
Because I think we played 6 live, and we were thinking maybe might be a 5-song demo.
okay, that's cool. So for people that may not be familiar with the band, how would you best describe the type of music that y'all do per se?
What do you think, Andrew?
That's a pretty hard question, honestly. There's a lot of influence. We all pull a lot of influence from different bands. Some of those influence, I guess we could say, are I'm going to have everyone kind of like put their influence in. Like Deftones, Circus Survive. Definitely like more of this post-grunge type influence.
That's a good word.
90s music.
Yeah, we love the 90s. A little mix of 90s and, yeah, it's really tough. Queens of the Stone Age is like one of our top favorite bands of all time. Just, we love dark sounding rock and roll, so
Good way to describe it.
if that, any of that intrigues you.
Can't go on with the '90s music at all. I mean, that decade was quite an era for music in general, and I feel like whoever was born in the 2000s really missed out on
Yeah.
on a decade of that type of music that was out, and just the atmosphere. People was really into it. That was a decade that I would cherish for the rest of my life, and a lot of good has happened in the '90s. A lot of craziness to go along with it, but it was good for the most part.
Yeah.
It was definitely good. So especially the alternative rock, the grunge rock, rap metal rock. Just the type of rock that was out back then compared to now. I love the '90s. I'm always gonna love the '90s. I will defend the '90s all day. I will.
Yeah, I think we're all huge fans. I think Andy actually played a lot in the 90s. He's a little bit older than us. Just a little bit. He's the oldest of them. We're all kind of rounding about the 30s. But Andy was playing in, like some punk bands in the 90s.
Yeah.
So he's totally 90s. If anyone in this band is 90s, it's Andy.
Yeah. All the way. Nice.
He even smells like the 90s.
Yeah, I do smell it. I think I'm still wearing a lot of stuff from the 90s. You got like 90s clothes.
If I had a time machine and they were like, hey, where do you want to go? I'd be like, take me back to the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
All day. Every day.
Agree 100%. I agree 100%. So you know how people have stories like the meaning behind the name of a group or a band. What's the meaning behind Massive Cult? What made y'all decide to call yourselves that?
Yeah, Billy. What were you thinking?
I would say just like kind of the dark imagery and it's a cool sounding name behind. I don't know. I really don't know.
It's ridiculous.
Came up with it when I was laying on the couch watching TV.
Maybe something like
We are all like fans of just dark things in general. Isn't everybody like like serial killers, etc. But yeah, so we're like, it's perfect. That's like, it sounds like us. And surprisingly, it wasn't taken.
it had to be something that's gonna make somebody think about it just for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to choose a name that kind of just made you think about it, whether or not the name has a deeper meaning behind it or not. Like, that's kind of the whole point of art, is to be able to let other people interpret what you mean. So that name kind of stuck out with us more than some of the other things we had.
Yeah, I remember when Tab and I was, talking on Facebook about a year ago or whatever, and told me, church and states are no more. And y'all went to Massive Cult. I was like, I really need to check these guys out. God, it sounds very edgy, And then when I got a chance to see y'all at Best Friend Bar, I was like, okay. I like this. I'm all for some edge, a little edge, a little, thinking makes you really think. So that's one of those.
Yeah.
That's one of those names that is like people gonna be like, oh, they gotta be dark, they gotta be edgy or something, and it shows in the music. It shows with the performance, and just. It's incredible. It's an awesome band. Y'all need to check them out. Massive Cult in Lexington. They got the demo on the way. And, they got some shows that you may keep an eye on at some point. Y'all got any book shows as of right now? Or y'all just focusing mostly on the demo?
Kind of working on one in February. We're still in contact with that band, but when we finalize that, we'll definitely announce it and share it with everyone. But we're looking at least February before we have another show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Got a video coming out that we just shot a couple weeks ago. It's like a live performance with some like weird stuff in between. So that should be fun. Some really weird stuff.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So for people that wants to learn more from you all, why don't you go ahead and promote the social media feeds, and where can people hear your music?
YouTube. YouTube is really that platform right now for us. It's a toss-up between YouTube or Facebook. We try everything that we do release. We try to put it on every platform, but currently Facebook and YouTube are our big ones. Instagram, but you only have like so much you can promote there. But yeah, everything we have thus far for people to listen to, just do a search in YouTube for Massive Cult, you'll find us.
Yeah, we're pretty much Massive Cult across the board on all the social medias.
So everybody go check that out. Check out the demo on the way, and while y'all wait for the demo, you got the songs on YouTube channel already. So go listen to it, put it on repeat, and it was great to chat with you all.